Terraria is a great game, and the reason why? Because it has fishing. However, it could be a better game by simply having more fishing. I wouldn't consider it an underdeveloped system in the game, but I'd still like for it to have more content. With the 1.4.5 update, we will by definition be getting new fishing content, but it's mostly just visual tweaks, so I can't be too sure that Relogic has seen the note I nailed on their door demanding for more fish. With this information in mind, there's only one obvious solution, and that's to spend multiple months of the last year slamming my head into a keyboard to make my own fishing content. Obviously. In this video, I'll be going over my personal Terraria passion project, which you yourself can play right this very moment, or after you watch all the way to the end of the video, pretty please. Pretty please, please. One last thing before the video begins. If you're new here, I make Terraria content, obviously, and this channel will be a great thing to keep in the back of your mind if you're interested in learning about the game, and especially soon, the 1.4.5 update. So if you would be so kind, clicking that subscribe button would be highly appreciated. And if you're already subscribed, that's freaking awesome, thanks for doing that. Alright, let's get into the basics. This mod, Waasephi's Fishing Plus, is a mod that tries to expand fishing in the game as broadly as it can, including new fish, fishing rods, food, potions, tools, and even some weapons and armor. It even has the sludge! Some parts are a bit less developed than others, since, as far as I'm aware, I'm just one singular guy. But do not fret, mind viewer! I really enjoy making this mod and plan to keep developing it. As I'm more of a Terraria modder than a YouTuber at this point, something download spooky mod. The mod's actually been on the workshop for around a year at this point, so you might have already downloaded and used it. But alongside this video, I will be releasing a huge update to it with many bug fixes and new content deeper. The main goal of the mod is to make fishing a bit more approachable to the average player, since it's always been a bit of a lofty task. I'll begin this overview going over the tools I've added to make getting into fishing a bit more manageable. First and foremost, fishing rods, the main component to fishing. The mod adds fishing rods all throughout the game with varying gimmicks, ranging from having multiple bobbers to even giving increased crate catch rates. I tried to make all these new rods fit into the game in a very natural way, so that fishing progression doesn't end as soon as you complete your 30th quest. There's even a zenith fishing rod, since I know you all love your massive crafting trees. There's only one actual tool in the mod, that being an upgrade to the bone pickaxe, which has the same stats as a certain other pickaxe before it was nerfed. It doesn't feel right having a fishing mod and not paying homage to the greatest progression break that went unchanged for nearly a decade. I added a couple interactable blocks as well, such as a stationary buff that boosts fishing power and reduces spawn rates. And more importantly, a machine that converts bottled liquids into liquid bombs, so you can make your fishing pools significantly easier wherever you want. Which means I obviously had to add bottled lava, which you can take a guess for yourself on what that one does. And lastly, probably the most important tool of the mod, the portable shop. You can make this with some wooden crates and some gold coins. And then you'll have an infinitely reusable on-demand shop, where you can do things such as top up your bait, sell your catches, and even buy unique items when available. Some of these include a bottomless chum bucket when you're in a hard mode blood moon, reliable access to bottomless buckets and their respective sponges, and even an item that allows you to change the current fishing quest whenever you want. That last one's selling requirements are particularly evil, and I'm not going to tell you how to get it, so either you have fun searching for it, or the Terraria community volunteers to make a wiki for the mod, because I sure as hell am not. Anyways, on to the next bit of features. My personal favorite thing in games is the more subtle, ambient features, like breakable objects in Dark Souls games, or random little critters that you can be friends with and love, and definitely don't hit them with the heaviest blunt object you have on your person. You would never do that. Never. So I went ahead and made some ambient fish critter guys to spawn in your lakes around the world. This is easily the favorite feature of most of the people who've seen the mod, and I can understand why. There's a fish for nearly every main biome, like the flounder in the desert, the specular fish for the caverns, and even prismites for the hollow. And don't worry, the bass shows up everywhere. He didn't let me make it any other way. The only biome that doesn't have a fish critter is the underworld, simply because they would be very difficult to see in the lava, so I didn't see a point. You can go up to these fish with a bug net to catch them without bait, which is especially useful for some of them. However, accidents do happen, as sometimes you might be running while swinging your 2-ton breaker blade and accidentally hit one. Oh no. But oh my goodness gravy, what's this? All these fish drop a ball of mush. Astounding! This is free bait! Never again do you need to scour your entire world for some rocks to find worms, as you can get easy bait from here. It's not the best, but it'll make do as a substitute until you can get yourself something better. Like worms. And because I'm thorough like that, I made it so almost every aquatic creature in the game drops some. This can't possibly get annoying late into the game. The other group of critters in the mod are the pot snails. These goofy guys can spawn anywhere underground, and depending on which biome you're in, you get a different snail. Catching them with a bug net lets you graciously pick them up, and have a new best friend. Just be careful to not drop it though, it's slippery. If that does happen though, you can get a wide range of goodies, such as torches, rope, and bombs. You can also get one of many potions, and even some shmoney. These pots have an increased chance to spawn coin portals too, so this might be quite the profitable endeavor. I don't know, I didn't balance these guys too much. Smacking the snails also drops the pot on the ground, but that's incredibly rude and might be illegal in a state or two. I think with the inclusion of these friendly critters, this mod is a great addition to any playthrough. Of course, it wouldn't be a fishing mod without adding some new fish. There aren't a huge amount of new fish, as to not bloat the fishing pool, but there are some in locations I feel need something special. Such as a fish caught during a blizzard or a sandstorm, a manta ray in the sky, some fish unique to the forest biome, and even some fish related to the pillars. These fish can be used to make some harder to get potions easier, new potions, and can be used for one last feature I have yet to go over. All these fish tell you in their descriptions when and where you can catch them, so you don't need to struggle all that much to find them. There are also some new quest fish that encourage exploring the world a bit more. Like, genuinely, why are the granite and marble biomes so neglected with content? They're so cool, come on guys. There's also a couple super rare legendary fish for you to go out and catch if you really want to. When you do manage to catch one, you can either sell them for a high price, or you can turn them into a trophy to display in your home. Go flex on the angler too if you want, might be cathartic for some of you. There are also a couple of hostile fish you can catch while fishing, such as a lava shark, which has a chance to drop the superheated blood, aka the best mount in the game. I love you, my goat. It also has a chance to drop the obsidian rose, so if you want to make a bunch of Terra Spark boots, this is a much easier way to do so. There are also clams. The clams have a lot of content. When you catch a clam, there are 3 different kinds you can catch. An empty clam, a clam with a pearl in it, and a sick and twisted third kind of clam that I'm scared of. He said really mean things to me, and I'm not too happy about it. All these clams drop clamshells, which, as we all know, are a very useful material. These can be used to make the one and only furniture set in the mod. And I mean, be so for real, who wouldn't want to live in a clam house? That sounds sick as hell. You can also make an armor set and some weapons for each class. And it's a fairly strong set, so it might be worth going out of your way for. On the topic of equipment, the mod also adds a bit of equipment for you to use. There's an early game armor set which you can get from Neon Tetra that gives you some basic fishing boosts and water mobility, and its set bonus reduces shop prices, so it's definitely worth going for. There's also a hard mode upgrade to the angler set, which gives higher bonuses and also gives you a free extra bobber on every fishing rod. This set might be changed in a future update since 1.4.5 is adding its own hard mode angler set upgrade, but it'll only be changed, not removed. You can also get a couple accessories, such as one to give you the fishing potion effects as long as you have it equipped, and a couple new fishing bobbers. One of such is my cat, because I can't do anything ever without putting my cat into it. Say hello to Baxter. You like Baxter. I've also made some small tweaks to crates with the mod, especially in hard mode to make them more useful outside of just for the ores. First off, there are 2 new crates, one for the Jungle Temple, and one for the Post-Plantera Dungeon. These give generic items that any crate would give, just adjusted for their current point in progression. The Lizard Crate obviously provides lizard chest loot, such as solar tablets and power cells, and the Crypt Coffin gives drops from the Post-Plantera Dungeon, as well as having a chance to drop a lockbox mold. Wow, a reference to the biome key molds in 2026, that's crazy. You can combine these with a biome key to get a renewable source of the biome weapons. Perfect for multiplayer to prevent the wars between players. And that's not all the changes to crates in the mod. Every hard mode biome crate has a low chance of dropping its respective key, as well as some general additions to their loot tables. And I can't not mention that wooden crates have a chance to drop a painting of my cat. Say hello to Baxter again. And the last feature of the mod is also the most interesting. Have you ever had a bunch of fish that you don't really know what to do with? Well, now with this mod, you have options. The filleting table allows you to turn your excess fish into items, some of which being quite useful to mitigate grinds. Some of these include unique foods that provide secondary potion buffs, which is something vanilla food should do because food in Terraria is so boring. Every single fish in the game and mod can be put in the table, and more. All you need to fillet a fish is a filleting knife and you can turn them into resources. You can also upgrade your filleting knife as you progress through the game, with every other upgrade giving increased output, and the others allowing you to fillet more items. An item that can be filleted will inform you in its tooltip, so you don't need to trial and error every single item in the game. If a recipe isn't providing an output, that just means you need a better knife. I would never screw up any code. You can also fillet more than just fish at the table, so keep your eyes peeled. Some of them are pretty useful. There's also mod compatibility possible with other mods. As far as I'm aware, no mods at the moment utilize the system, but it's possible, and some may in the future. That's on those mod devs though. I don't have time or the willpower to keep up with other mods. So that was a, let's say, brief overview of the mod. As I said earlier, the mod is available to download and use right this very moment. And if all these cool features didn't convince you to try it, how about you listen to these wonderful testimonials?
Before I downloaded this mod, my marriage was an absolute disaster. But then, when I installed the mod, my wife no longer wanted to leave me and take everything. So, thank you Waasephi for making this beautiful mod that has saved my marriage and my life. Thank you.
This mod was interesting to me because I like fishing, so it was very interesting.
If the world was ending in 5 seconds, I'd spend 10 of them playing this mod. 10 stars.
Because there wasn't fishing before, and because I like fishing.
Ahoy, me hearties!
I think fishing is cool.
Did you know that if you cast a line out into the water, you can catch fish in the water?
The fishing industry includes any industry or activity concerned with taking, culturing, processing,
I love fishing! I love
fishing! Marketing, or selling fish or fish products. It is defined by the FEO as including recreational, subsistence, and commercial.
Thanks to Waasephi's fishing mod, I can drop even more real-life responsibilities in order to play a video game.
The commercial activity is aimed at the delivery of fish and other seafood products for human consumption.
I downloaded the fish mod from Gmod Loader, and this mod changed my very life.
My name is Bench. Don't forget to download Spooky mod.
It's awesome. And spooky.
Viewers love forming their opinions off what YouTubers say, so clearly this means you love the mod now. But in all seriousness, I really thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I've spent so much time working on this mod to make it the best it can possibly be, so the support is greatly appreciated. Thank you to all the people who helped me out with the mod, as well as with this video. And thank you to my channel members who continue to support me, as it means the world. If you did enjoy this video and want to see more content from me, be sure to subscribe, as once the update comes out, I will be uploading too many videos. It will be annoying. This will be my last video before Terraria 1.4.5 comes out, and I hope to see you again once it does. See you soon.